I've had a big long chat with Angel. And to be clear, coming in here, I am not expecting anything to change. I am not expecting anything to get reversed. I am not expecting any change of fortunes or anything of the sort. And I do not believe that I am without fault in the things that were brought forward to me. That said, I do believe that providing some feedback as regards to how the situation with me was handled would help from other people feeling the way that I currently feel in the future.
I totally understand, yes.
From my background, I have a decent amount of people management experience, which may or may not come
be
across.
Nice. Mods, if anybody's still saying dumb shit, time them out, okay? This is Vale's opinion about the matter, okay?
To put it in my situation specifically, I'm given a unit in September of last year. I run it. It's great. Takes on more responsibility. You know, become a supervisor in SIU. Everything's going great. You know, I think I had like one little conversation with you last year with regards to things changing. Things changed. Became command.
Yeah.
You know, everything's going great. More responsibility. Get SWAT up and running. It's all going great. No conversations. No indication anything's wrong. All of a sudden, snap, high command has taken you, lifted you up, and fucking broken you over the knee. Get fucked. You were doing it wrong the whole time. That's fucked up. Frankly, that's fucked up.
Absolutely, it's fair.
And I feel like with the situation that ended up with me
like
coming here after, you know, a period of not being a cop after what happened in Vice, if you can see what I'm saying and read between the lines there, I feel like I had a demonstrable ability to adjust and change behaviors. And nobody reaching out to me at any point and saying, hey, this is an issue. Could you rectify this? Hey, we'd like to change your course a little bit. You know, some things have come up. Could you adjust this? Could you adjust that? You know, I feel like not doing any of that, not reaching out to me, not having a chat with me before it came to a point where everything that I love got torn from me. I feel like that's fucked up. And the feedback that I have is that I hope to God that doesn't happen to people in the future. Like, please speak to people before it gets that bad. Please speak to people before it comes to a point where you feel it necessary to tear away a year's worth of progress from people.
Damn, dude. I mean, everything you're saying, Vale, is correct. And you're not wrong about it. I think there's definitely needs to be a better line communication to the person who's struggling or somebody who made a mistake or two. They shouldn't be crucified for one moment they had during their time in the PD. I definitely agree with that. I wish I could go back in time and do things better. But like you said, I think it's one of those situations we gotta learn from and make it a learning experience so it does not happen again and again and again. And that's one thing I can promise you. I do apologize that you had to go through that pain and suffering that you went through. It might have felt like the rug was pulled beneath your feet all of a sudden and it might have blindsided you. I totally understand that. So from me, I do apologize. I let you down. It's my fault. I know I could have done better. I just, I struggle to explain it because I don't know how to explain it very well. I don't know what to say. You know, I don't have the right words right now to explain it to you very well because it's one of those things where it can be just out of my reach. I don't know how to tell Vale.
And like I said, I'm not coming in here.
I don't know how to explain, chat. This is rough for Baas.
The goose is cooked in that regard, and the goose is cooked in that regard before I knew that it was cooked, which is, I guess, the issue. Because if you don't warn someone that there are things that are being flagged up that are an issue, then they're gonna continue making those mistakes, right?
1,000%.
And if a majority of high command voted on what happened to me, like not one person reached out and said, hey, can you adjust this behavior? Hey, can you change this? Hey, this is an issue, right? Like, not a 1. So you, just for the future, like you by not reaching, and I'm not saying you singular, like you plural as high command, by not reaching out and saying, hey, this is an issue, can you correct it? You are allowing people to continue to dig their own graves without even realizing they have a shovel in their hands.
Absolutely. And if there's anybody who want to blame,
you see what I'm saying?
It's definitely me, because at the time I was the chief of police. I should have done a better job of trying to be more clear and let you know if there's any ongoing situations to let you know, hey, this is what happened, knock it off, or do better. Here's what I want you to do instead. So as a leader, I definitely let you down. So if there's anybody you want to blame or channel all that anger to, it's definitely me, because at the moment, or at the time when it happened, the buck did stop with me, and I definitely let you down, Vale. So I see it as my fault. I see it as my fault, my leadership. I could have been more clear. I could have tried to communicate to you in advance. That way, that situation did not escalate the way it did, and you were blindsided by it. So I do apologize.
Question for you, Baas.
I gotta fall on the sword.
In your opinion, do you think that what has happened would preclude her from ever being successful in the PD again?
Absolutely not, because going back on it, I think we learned a lot. I think what happened with Vale could have been handled better, and that including everybody involved. I think we can just reflect back on that situation and say, you know what? Maybe it was a bit too extreme. Maybe it was a bit too harsh. Maybe we should have done something that was more direct, but not as harsh or as extreme as we did. So I doubt you'd see something like that happen in the future, unless it's an extreme case where somebody does something so outlandish to where you can't even, look the other way. Trust me, Vale, I'll keep fighting for you. I've always been a big fan of yours. That's why I picked you as one of my sergeant. That's why I was very confident with you and Owen leading SWAT back in the day. I couldn't think of anybody better. You have a lot of experience. You're somebody who can count on. I know when you're on duty. I know you can command, you can lead, and you can tell people what to do. So that won't change, regardless of what rank you're in the PD. I can always count on you.
It's true. You just lead no matter what the rank is.
I've spent the last 2 weeks wondering if I was ever going to come on duty again.
Oh my god, she's crying. Fuck. I'm really sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It really fucking sucks. Anyway, I'll get out of here.
It's okay. I'll be out there in a second, eh?
Okay.
Thanks. I think she really needed a chance to just talk it out. So.
Yeah. I mean, I feel for the girl. She was made an example out of when I don't think she should have been. But that was so hard, man. I think what happened with Vale, and reflecting back on it, it should never happen again in the PD. As far as like, I'm gonna fight for that. Make sure it never happens again, chat. I want to make sure we do a better job of us being high command, us being people at top. To see if we see a problem with somebody, to see an issue with somebody, we try to start with a small problem. We don't let it build, and then boom, take it away. And I'm gonna be fighting for Vale to get a second chance for sure. I will.